Hey everybody, there's a lot of buzz going around in the cloth community about this new Pampers Hybrid Diaper. Now before we get into kind of like my opinion and experience with it, first let's just introduce you to the diaper itself, because I know a lot of you really want to see it. So this is the packaging that the cover came in. They call it a reusable cover. Honestly, it's a pocket diaper. And on the back, that's the packaging that it came in. This is the insert and this is the cover. Now, this is basically a pocket style diaper. It does have overlapping tab snaps here, and it has 3 snaps on each tab. It does not have any rise snaps. This is tucked under to make it lay flat better, because it just kind of wants to do that, and that's annoying. Like, it just wants to be all bunched and stupid. So I just kind of tuck that under like you would the excess material of a rise on a diaper. Overlapping tab snaps, and then when you unsnap it, this front panel has a row of snaps at the top, 8 at the top, and then it has 8 at the bottom, but these 3 are here, and then they got this oddball one here. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that, except on like maybe that kind of thing on newborn diapers. I don't know. So then opening it up, you'll see, now this is already adjusted down for Juniper, so it's already pretty small. But the back, there's no pocket. It's just fabric, and this inside lining is incredibly soft. We'll see how that holds up, because I find usually the softer they are, the more they get all pilly and gross. We'll see. But there's no back pocket. This back elastic, if you ask me, is actually pretty wide. That's why I don't think this is going to fit a smaller baby very well. I feel like there should be more stretch back here. Like, this is just really... I do like that it's the thicker elastic though, because it's my experience when Bebeboo switched to the thicker elastics, they contain things better in the back. But that only really works if the back elastic is tight enough, and this already feels like, it doesn't feel loose, it looks loose because of how wide the elastic is. So far so good with Juniper, who is exactly 12 pounds. I have not used this on her when she was smaller, obviously. Front has, let me turn this around, has this pocket. And inside this pocket is, of course, the care tag for Pampers, and the way you would adjust the leg elastics on either side. Now, I'm actually going to try to loosen this up a little bit, because I have it set on like the second small setting for Juniper, and it's kind of a little tight on her. Gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Hold on a minute. Okay, that was painful. Look, they have the sizing on the elastic, extra small, and then they have like 2 smalls, 2 mediums, 2 larges. So I just moved it to like in between the 2 S's instead of below the second S, just to loosen the legs a little bit. For the record, this is why I really don't want to have to adjust this for Holtwood to try it on. Gosh, it's just like my fingers already hurt. So that's how you adjust the leg elastics. So that's the inside of the diaper. Now, this diaper is, they call it a hybrid system, but they only tell you that you can use it with disposable inserts. Well, these are the disposable inserts. Obviously, you can use this with cloth diapers. That might not be so obvious to other people, but it can be. So I say that, and please understand, I say that not to make anybody feel stupid. I'm saying that if this were me looking at this 6 years ago, I wouldn't have thought, oh, you can use this with cloth. Like, I would have just been like, oh, you need disposable inserts. So, because I didn't really know anything about cloth. I didn't even know it was a modern option. So this would have baffled me. But you can see it literally looks like a regular disposable diaper. It's got these tabs on the front that have the adhesive to stick it inside the diaper. So you would rip off those tabs, lay it on the one side of the diaper, and lay it on the other side of the diaper. And then for Juniper, I usually would fold the extra back more, and that would go on just like that. Pretty trim. it has these like elastic gussets in it. So they work all right as far as containing poop. These are daytime inserts, by the way. They sell nighttime. For daytime, these are okay. Holtwood has outlet these before, but that was because he drank a ton. But for Juniper and for Holtwood during the day, they're okay. And then when you're done, you just rip them out, throw that in the trash, and you can reuse this until it gets either soiled or particularly damp or anything. Now, the thing is that yes, you can stuff it with something if you want. So my favorite thing to put into it, which is how I use it, is the adjustable insert by Bebeboo Diapers. This one's pretty old because they fit pretty well, they're nice and trim, and they're incredibly absorbent. So in order to stuff it, let's see if I can do this on the camera, I would lay the insert in my hand. This folded part will go in the back for Juniper, and lay it in my hand and rest it on my arm, open the front pocket opening, and just kind of stuff my hand in. And then I line it up to the back, grab it, and then just pull it open and over the insert. So, sorry that wasn't a very good view, but with that insert in there, this is plenty absorbent. And you know, other than the fact that the elastics are a huge pain in the butt, and this back elastic's kind of weirdly wide, the fit's not bad. The fit's pretty good. This is wonky, so I recommend if you're struggling to get this on and you're just like, what the heck, roll this under, like the extra material under itself. It'll lay flat for you. And you can see this is the same kind of trimness as the disposable insert too. Now it's a cloth diaper. Now if you only have daytime inserts and you want to use this overnight, because most of you who are using this system but want it for the disposable aspect, keep in mind, it doesn't mean you can't pair it with cloth. So if you don't feel like buying nighttime inserts and you only have the daytime, stuff it with a flour sack towel or an insert or whatever. You're going to be doing laundry anyways to wash these shells. And then just lay a daytime insert on top. Boom. Now it's a little fluffier, but now you have, it's still relatively trim. Believe me, it's still relatively trim for what people in the cloth diapering world deal with. This would work okay for an overnight solution. I know this would definitely hold up for Juniper overnight. Holtwood would probably outpee this a little bit unless I stuffed it with like a flat diaper inside, but this would be okay overnight for Juniper. She's almost 4 months old. Holtwood is like 19 months old. They don't say you can use it with other inserts, but you can. It is just a pocket diaper. And when you're done with this, if you use it like this, you know, open up the front a little bit, pinch that material in the front, grab the back, and just pull them apart. And it's unstuffed. Now, for those of you who are wondering what is in this insert, let me show you. This is holding a solid cup, full 8 ounces of water. Let's take a look. This looks like those SAPs. So now let's get this diaper on Juniper. Here's the digibean. So. And, you know, as you can see, the fit is really well. I mean, you can adjust it to as you need it, so I'm not surprised, but so I don't like how loose this back elastic is. Feels really, really loose. But the fit around the legs is great, and honestly, even with this being loose, I don't think with as thick as that elastic is that anything's going to come out of it, so. Well, thank you. Now you're stuck. So if you don't know, back in 2020, Procter & Gamble did buy Charlie Banana Diapers, which is interesting because that went over a lot of our heads and we didn't even know it. Procter & Gamble also owns Pampers and they also own Tide. Tide just released a cloth diaper detergent, and of course Pampers released their Pure Hybrid Diaper. I call it a mock hybrid. Some of you may disagree with me, but here's my reasoning. As a cloth diaper mom, when I hear hybrid diaper, I hear a diaper that is a system in which you have some sort of exterior that you can use with either a cloth interior or a disposable interior. So they call this system a hybrid system because the shell is cloth, but the insert is disposable. But they don't offer some sort of cloth insert. I mean, the shell is not the diaper. The disposable insert is. Like what you insert into it to make it absorbent is the diaper. It's my opinion that it's not a true hybrid. It's like a mock hybrid because they don't offer an alternative. Now, it's not to say you can't just put something in it. You would think they'd offer it if it was really a hybrid. Now, this is the diaper. This is it. I never thought, to be honest, in my diapering days that I would ever have a diaper on Juniper that actually has the Pampers label on it. Now, the thing is that we've talked about this in the cloth community before. We've talked about the potential of big brands making cloth diapers. With most everything in life, there are pros and cons, and I'm not saying nothing good can come out of this. In fact, I'd be lying if I said a part of me inside wasn't tickled and excited because of what this can do for the cloth diaper community. But I'm also worried about what it can do against the cloth diaper community and also about the impressions that it can leave on people who are unfamiliar with cloth diapering. I purchased one of these shells and I purchased a 62 pack of daytime inserts. Both are available at Target, $24.99 for the cover, $24.99 for the inserts. When I opened my box from Target and I looked, the package that this cover came in was open. Like you could tell someone opened it to take a look at it. And I don't blame them for wanting to do that, but it's like, that's just great. You know, who wants an open diaper? But, you know, it's whatever. And I got the inserts, which they honestly look a lot like a regular old diaper minus the waterproofing exterior and the tabs. That's it. And I can see how they would say it would reduce waste, about 25% of waste, which is supposed to be their whole point. But to me, that's just a greenwashing effort to try to win back sales because, you know, with COVID and job loss came an increased demand for cloth diapers. And so companies like Green Mountain Diapers saw their sales skyrocket, and there's been a huge and growing demand for cloth diapers. So it's been exciting to see that kind of growth in the community, and it encourages me because, you know, the whole point of me doing normalized cloth is to do just that, normalized cloth, so that people know, even if it's just for, you know, an emergency situation, you know it's an option. I'm excited about the kind of exposure that comes with, you know, Pampers putting their name on a cloth diaper shell. I just wish they offered the actual cloth diaper. And so to me, it's not really a true hybrid, so I keep calling it a mock hybrid just because to me it's not a true hybrid. It's just like, hey, we're a hybrid, but we're kind of not too. Now, Pampers brags that this is the best of both worlds. You have, you know, the reduction in waste and, you know, and they say on their site, they use feel-good words like full-time cloth diapering. You need 12 to 16 shells, which by the way is astronomical for what they're saying you can use them for. 12 to 16 shells for full-time cloth diapering. At $25 a piece, you're looking at $400 for 16 of these. You know, as a cloth diapering mom, when I think hybrid, I think of like the Grovia system with the bio-soakers in their shells. And by the way, you know, just for the record, I would recommend Grovia over these Pampers diapers any day. And I don't even like Grovia. Like, I'm not a huge fan of them. Don't shoot me, just my opinion. Grovia has shells with hook and loop on them that go on and off very much like a disposable does. And I do think that they are the best hook and loop diaper option there is. And their bio-soakers are biodegradable, they're compostable. Why is it that a multi-billion-dollar corporation can't come up with something like Grovia already did? They're bragging about a 25% reduction in waste, but their diapers aren't even compostable, at least not from what I can see on their site. And if you do find that information and I'm wrong, please knock it in the comments below. You guys are good at that. But I haven't seen anything that leads me to believe that those inserts are compostable. In fact, they tell you in the directions to throw them in the trash. To me, this system from Pampers is the worst of both worlds. So you now have the laundry of the shells and you have the trash of the inserts. You know, and that makes me wonder if they calculated in that 25% less waste. Does that account for the fact that now you have to do laundry? You know? But, you know, on top of that, now you have the upfront costs of cloth. I mean, if you get 16 of these like they tell you to, there's $400. And then you have the financial burden of inserts. So if you ask me, it's the worst of both worlds, not the best. You know, the Grovia hybrid system is like the idea is that you use the bio-soakers when it's not convenient to use the cloth. Whether you're giving it to like a daycare provider or you're going on a vacation, you know, things where you want to supplement your cloth. I guarantee you that the profit margin that they're making at Pampers is substantially higher than what Grovia is making. You know, all price differences aside, just the profit margin is going to be substantially higher because they can make more at one time, and therefore their cost of production is much lower. So why is it one of the most expensive diaper shells on the market? Like, that doesn't even make sense. You know, that alone, just that cost alone is going to make people look at the tag and say, that's how much cloth diapering costs? I can't do that. And that's what irks me about it. So further looking at this diaper shell, it's really comical because most diapers on the market, cloth diapers, are adjusted. The rise is adjusted by rise snaps. If you follow me on Instagram, I call it the bra strap diaper because the inside of this diaper is adjusted just like you do your bra straps. And as if your bra straps aren't annoying enough, they're now in your kid's butt. It's not easy to change the adjustment on here. It is actually quite annoying, and hopefully you don't have to do it very often, but it's annoying. It's really annoying. So Juniper is exactly 12 pounds, and she is on the small setting. And she is so cute, little. She's getting to be a little tunky. So you'll notice she's kind of fluffy looking. It's because I did try the disposable insert on her, and it was okay for her. Holtwood outpeed his like crazy, but I stuffed it with a flat. So this is with it stuffed with a small bamboo diaper right flat, not the stretchy ones, the old style bird's eye bamboo. And because the pocket opening isn't in the back, there's no little butt crack. There's no opening there, so the opening is in the front. She's been fussy today. This is like my third attempt at this video, not even kidding. So I speculate that the whole reason why Pampers released this, as well as Tide with the cloth diaper detergent, is because Procter & Gamble took a little bit of a hit in their diaper sales last year due to COVID. And it feels more like a lure to get people in the cloth diapering world into some form of disposables than it does people with disposables into cloth diapering. I would say, if you're interested in giving this a try, the inserts, the daytime inserts, they are okay for daytime. They're okay for daytime. But I would say if you're going to try it, don't get these things. They're so hard to adjust. Like, if I wanted to adjust this for Holtwood to try on, I'm not even going to try. It was a pain in the butt just to get it to fit her. The fit on Juniper is really well. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the fit, although putting the diaper on was incredibly wonky, especially when using the disposable insert and it was trimmer. It was just really bunched up. So it helps to kind of tuck the fabric underneath, kind of like you would if you had excess rise material on a standard cloth diaper. You have a lot to say. It helps with laying the snaps flat so you can snap it a little easier, because when I first went to put it on, I was like, I don't even know how to do this. And then I realized that if I tucked it under like you would a rise on a diaper, on any other cloth diaper, it lays the snaps flat so that you can snap it on a lot easier. But I thought, you know, if I hadn't cloth diaper before, I probably would have never figured that out, and I would have probably really quickly gave up on it. I don't want anybody to feel like they're set up for failure. So if this is something you're truly interested in, it's my opinion that you're better off just getting a pocket diaper from anywhere else, whatever style looks appealing to you, and just stick those inserts in there. I wouldn't recommend a cover because the adhesive against POL is kind of cringy. If anyone else has tried that and you've had an okay experience with that, slap that in the comments below so we can see. I just wouldn't even try, just out of precaution. But, you know, like, go to Happy Behinds. Get a cheap Alva pocket diaper, or any of those cheaper brands pocket diapers, or go to Bebeboo Diapers. Get her choice all-in-two. And there you would have a true hybrid if you just stuck the disposable inserts in as you needed or swapped it out. That's actually what I did with Holtwood. And I put that on him to try. Of course, then he had a lot to drink, and then he way outwet that thing. You know, the diaper itself, the cover itself, there's nothing inherently wrong with it, although I despise the bra strap leg elastics. That's just horrible. That was an awful idea. The inserts are okay, but the Grovia Biosoakers are just as absorbent and compostable. Now, would I recommend these? Nope. For your money, you're better off getting any cheap pocket diaper. And if you want disposable inserts, if you can find them, get the Grovia Biosoakers. They cost the same and they're biodegradable. If you're just going to throw them away, then sure, just get the Pampers one. They're readily available. They're right at Target, and you can line any pocket diaper with it. You know, I would suggest getting something like Bebeboo's Choice All-in-2, or any of the cheap pocket diapers from Happy Behinds, like the Alva brand or the unbranded Alvas in general. Those pocket diapers are great. Like, I use those as my first set of diapers, and they're wonderful, and they're actually, they last a good long time. So those are just my initial thoughts on the new Pampers Pure Hybrid. It's not to say nothing good can come from it. So what do you think? Put down in the comments below what your thoughts are on this new pamper system. Look at you, Drooly. And it looks like it's starting to rain again. So I'm going to go. If you want, you can follow me on Instagram, and I'm going to be posting updates there as I use them with my experience there. And so my Instagram handle is in the description box below too. Have a blessed day. I'll see you guys later.